wines. Go to frywine.com. That's F-R-E-Y-W-I-N-E. Frywine, F-R-E-Y-W-I-N-E.com. Check it out and enjoy great wines at your home tonight.
The best show in the world is Two Scorpions and a Brandy Glass. I'm Barry Farber. It is nice when you call and say, "Oh, Mr. Farber, I agree with you," but that really gets us nowhere. I want your enmity, hostility. I want your questions. Give me a call right here on the Barry Farber Show. Weekdays, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Live across America, the PM Show with Mike Horn on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Welcome. It is the PM Show here, nationwide, coast to coast. Michael Horn along with Paul Stern. Hello, Paul.
Hey, Mike. Glad to be with you. We got a barn burner, an exciting program, if kind of a sad program, I would say, in store today.
Why a sad program?
Well, it was Sunday morning when I heard about the passing of Nancy Reagan. I was watching, I think it was Chris Wallace on Fox News, one of the Fox News programs, and they broke in with the announcement that the former First Lady had passed away.
Yeah, apparently she had not been in great health for a while, but everybody talking about the most romantic, wonderful love story of two people ever in the history of the presidency of the United States. So there you have it.
Yeah, and I, not to be too inside, what do they call it, the inside game or whatever the case might be, I live not too far away from the Reagan home in Bel Air, California, and throughout the day at the local fire station, they had the hearse parked there at Fire Station 71, waiting to, I guess, for the call to make the final trip. And
wow,
and that was kind of moving. You can't help but notice and feel for the family. Ron Jr., Patty, Michael Reagan, of course, as well, and just the whole family. You got to put your heart out to them. They certainly were they were a public family, and it's hard to kind of keep private during these very personal times.
Mike Reagan was one of the first to, and he was an adopted son, but he was the first to offer condolences and thoughts, so I thought that was pretty interesting.
And his stepmother's passing, again, you could just feel for the whole family that, they were all there for it all, so to say, and we were there as well, and there's like a part of our family has been lost, too.
Yeah, we love Michael Reagan. Our thoughts and prayers go out to him. Also today in the news, kind of a sad note with Peyton Manning emotionally saying goodbye to football. Yeah, he had a press conference. We'll play that here sometime on the show today. You'll be able to, he kind of breaks down a little bit. I understand it's like the career and you have that whole thing going for you, but to actually choke up and start to bawl when you make millions of dollars, I don't know. I mean, come on.
Oh, come on. The guy's going out on top, Mike.
Well, I know. So why is he crying his eyeballs out? Come on, be a man. You're a football player.
It's emotional. Apparently, and again, I don't necessarily buy this, but they said that his success was due to his hard work and the commitment to trading and all that stuff. It wasn't necessarily due to natural-born talent.
Well, yeah, I get all that, and I'm happy for him, but why do you have to cry? I mean, he's sitting there starting to gurgle. I read the eulogy at my mom's funeral, and I was starting to gurgle. I understand that if you're doing something at a eulogy somewhere, but come on, you're just retiring, making millions of dollars from football. You got endorsements up the wazoo, and you get it starts to gurgle. You'll hear it. We'll talk about it. I mean, I like Peyton Manning. I just was, I had to stop and kind of stare at the TV for a second, going like, is he gurgling? Is he really gurgling?
Well,
he was.
Well, let's not compare his goodbye to football to the eulogy.
Look at Tomas. He's smiling. He knows what I'm talking about. I wouldn't be crying if I was making millions of dollars. I might even not retire. I don't care. Go out on top. Go back in there and sign some multi-million-dollar deal and make some more money.
Well, now that I begin to think about it, did our very own Fred Dreyer break into tears when he decided to call it a game?
We're going to ask Fred about that this week. I guarantee you Fred did not gurgle when he left the game.
Okay.
He probably had some expletives given to some people that he was upset about that they were kicking him off the team. So,
actually, with Fred, it was a big celebration because he went on to a big career in Hollywood. So I don't know what Peyton has in store.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Peyton might take over and become,
I don't know.
Lunter. He could be.
I don't know.
So
Could he pull off a Hollywood career?
I think Peyton Manning could. He's a hard-working guy.
Gonna have to
Peyton
work real
Manning
hard.
variety show.
Real
Would be
hard.
pretty good.
Real hard.
All right, this is the PM Show Monday edition on CRN. Michael Horn, Paul Stern.
Control, do you like mortgages?
Negative. Over.
Do you like rockets?
Affirmative. Over.
Do you like rocket mortgages?
I'm listening. Over.
Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans is the first on-demand mortgage machine that turns the entire mortgage process into a fast, powerful, completely online experience.
Copy that, QL1. I'm going to go ahead and push this button in. 3, 2, 1.
Rocket Mortgage at QuickenLoans.com. Push button, get mortgage.
Rocket.
Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Welcome back to the Monday edition of the PM Show. I'm Michael Horn along with Paul Stern.
Mike, we were talking about Peyton Manning. Apparently,
Yeah.
we do actually.
I know we have a soundbite. We have an emotional Peyton Manning. Now, here's the deal. 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback Peyton Manning. Now, he's 39 years of age. He today, and they've been talking about this all weekend long, that he's going to have a special announcement. Well, you know he's going to quit, go out on top, winning the Super Bowl. I mean, he can't hope to repeat this 2 years in a row. So he has a press conference. He announces his retirement today. It was the conference was held in Inglewood, Colorado, and I'm telling you, he was gurgling. People that looked at it said he was visibly emotional, and he shared anecdotes from his career, from the first of his 18 seasons in the NFL. He played on Indianapolis and then with Denver, and he had a chance to shake the hand of the legendary quarterback Johnny Unitas after a tough loss to the Baltimore Ravens. That was the story he was telling, and he was choking up as he remembered the exchange. Manning said, and we're going to play it for you in a second, but he was talking to Johnny Unitas. He said, he told me, "Peyton, you stay at it. I'm pulling for you. I hope that old number 19 is up there with his flat top and maybe his black back high tops on, and I hope he knows I've stayed at it, and maybe he's even a little proud of me." And he started to blurb away and gurgle and everything, and it's like, all right, so Johnny Unitas is great, and he offered the kid encouragement. My gosh, I've done that to Jose in there. I don't think he's going to gurgle when I kick it.
He can get a little moist around the eye.
Can we? Well, maybe Jose's a good guy. I like him anyway. Here's Peyton Manning at his press conference. It's a little under a couple of minutes here. And let's listen to this gurgling here. I don't know if I like this or not. Take a listen.
I completed my first pass to Hall of Fame running back Marshall Faulk.
People don't have the right switches pressed over a little bit, so we can take a deep breath here. Since a lot of the networks have been off for hours on end today, let's see if we can play this minute 40 segment here. Go ahead, Tomas. Roll cut one.
In my very first NFL game, I completed my first pass to Hall of Fame running back Marshall Faulk.
So Peyton said he told you
I threw a touchdown in that same game to Marvin Harrison.
And Peyton went on to say there's just something about 18 years. He says 18 is just a good number. He says, and today I retire from pro football. And then he's gurgling a little bit more. And it's good. It was classy. He thanked the people of his hometown of New Orleans, his alma mater, the University of Tennessee, the Indianapolis Colts, the Denver Broncos. He thanked his family. He said he reveres football, loves the game, and will absolutely miss it. Of course he would. It's been his life going along. And a lot of the things he says he'll miss about the game, he cited opposing players and coaches by name, team plane rides, shaking the hand of Patriots quarterback Tom Brady, who's older and still playing, by the way, Peyton. He's not hanging him up. Breaking down games with his father, Archie Manning, probably now gloating that he's better than Eli, his brother. I just made that part up. Anyway, Peyton, he didn't say that, no. He retired as the NFL's all-time passing touchdown leader with 539 touchdown passes. Passing yards, 71,940 passing yards. The first starting quarterback to win 2 Super Bowls with 2 different teams, a 5-time MVP, By the way, he's a smart guy, too, because he's knowing for reading defenses from the line of scrimmage. You saw him in that Seattle Super Bowl where Denver lost, and Seattle was able to read him, and old Peyton looked like he had his deer in the headlights. His eyeballs were sitting there because they kind of read Peyton pretty well. But Peyton usually does the opposite. Thus, in this most recent Super Bowl, he won. And he'll always be waving his arms, yelling. If you ever watch him play, and he starts shouting, Omaha, Omaha. You know, he could be, the old Western movies used to have names like that, Omaha, Wenatchee, you know, and then that would be like, they would be the Indian talk. Anyway, he was rearranging his offense to try to throw the opposing line off balance. He's a quality, good quarterback. Do we have the sound bite yet before I give away everything now? We're ready to roll it. Here's cut one.
Let's do it.
In my very first NFL game, I completed my first pass to Hall of Fame running back Marshall Faulk.
Day there today.
Okay,
I threw a touchdown in that same game to Marvin Harrison, who would be inducted.
I don't know. I'm not hearing it. It's not coming to me. So whoever's playing it, I'm not hearing it.
Oh, no, that's terrible.
So that's terrible because you should be.
That is terrible.
You have me not coming through the right board. It's coming through the wrong channel.
Mike is not hearing it.
Yeah, so that's probably the problem that we're having right now.
That is the problem. I thought it was something.
Okay, so roll it. Go ahead, roll it. Just play it. Go ahead, play it. Go on. Cut one.
In my very first NFL game, I completed my first pass to Hall of Fame running back Marshall Faulk. I threw a touchdown in that same game to Marvin Harrison, who will be inducted into the Hall of Fame this August. The quarterback for our opponent, the Miami Dolphins, was, after my dad, my favorite player, Hall of Famer Dan Marino, who on the first third down of the game completed a 25-yard skinny post. And it was the damnedest throw I'd ever seen. Later, I completed the pass to tight end Marcus Pollard down the middle. And somebody hit me really hard. And after I got up, I told myself, I know I can play in this league. Later in that struggling season, we played in and lost to Baltimore. It was the first time that the Colts had returned to Baltimore since they had moved back in 1984. We didn't exactly get a warm reception that day. Fans were screaming at me, and I kept thinking, hey, I was only 8 years old then. Get off of my back. I had met him once before, but when the game was over, I had a chance to shake Johnny Unitas' hand. He told me, Peyton, you stay at it. I'm pulling for you. Well, I have stayed at it. I've stayed at it for 18 years. And I hope that old number 19 is up there with his flat top and maybe his black high tops on. And I hope he knows that I have stayed at it, and maybe he's even a little proud of me. There's just something about 18 years. 18 is a good number. And today I retire from pro football.
Wow. That was kind of gushing and googling.
So I told you, he's gushing, he's gurgling. It's the whole thing there. He got a little emotional about it. Now, I can see where you're nervous and you're reading, a speech or something, and you might get a little nervous in the background. But this guy visibly was shaken up a little bit.
Well, I mean, I hate to kind of turn it into kind of the Lou Gehrig farewell address, but because it was hardly that was hardly the case. But he did seem to have the emotion of like Lou Gehrig or Babe Ruth saying goodbye.
When he's talking about Johnny Unitas looking down and there's dead people looking down on you, I sort of like bail out of the whole thing. Anyway, so come on. They can say the same thing about Ron and Nancy Reagan. Ron's been waiting, he died in 2004, was it?
Sure.
All these years went by, and she kind of held a vigil there and has kept it together. The great love story of Nancy and Ronald Reagan.
Carried on.
And, I can understand a little bit of gurgling going on there, but this is a football career. Come on.
Yeah, this is hardly anything to gurgle about.
But let's talk about the things he did well, Peyton Manning credited with helping to usher in the era of the passing quarterback in the NFL. John Elway was a former NFL quarterback, also with the Broncos. He's the current Broncos general manager. He said, quoting now, Peyton Manning revolutionized the game.
Yeah.
And it's a great football family, too. Archie Manning, the father.
I kind of like it when
Eli, the brother, yes.
When they give it one more try.
Well, but he won the Super Bowl. Why would he do that, and do it one more try?
For the love of the game, for the fans. They do it one more time. I think
they should bring Brett Favre back for one more season. That's what I would do if I was.
I think he already came back. Didn't he come back?
Do it again.
Didn't he do it with the Jets?
Come back again and have Peyton as the backup.
Was it the Jets?
Put the old guys out there.
Talk of Minnesota.
They say that John Elway is pretty hurt over the years of playing because he had a good long career himself.
Just squeeze
and he's pretty sore. Got to go see Dr. Sheps and get that laser technology on it to kind of loosen things up a little bit.
He'll be saying Omaha after that.
Yeah, well, anyway, so we're sad to see him go. Peyton Manning, one of the greats of the game, what a good gentleman. Just a little sad that he was gurgling today on his farewell.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Ristorante in Fullerton, California for authentic family-style Italian dinners. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's and celebrate your party or event in one of our festive banquet rooms. Angelo's and Vinci's, Fullerton, California, 550 North Harbor Boulevard. Named the Orange County Hot List Top 5 Italian restaurant for 7 years in a row. And a Top 10 pizza restaurant by Gale, featuring traditional and award-winning pizzas. Offering Sunday champagne brunch from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., just $16.95. Choose from over 20 items, plus create your own personal omelet. Delicious lunches, including our Express Lunch Buffet, $8.95 with over 15 items. And dinner 7 days a week. Getting married? Angelo's and Vinci's won this year's Wedding Wire Couples Choice Award. You can talk to our experienced staff of wedding coordinators. We treat you as guests at your own wedding reception. It's all at Angelo's and Vinci's Ristorante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. 714-879-4022.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. With one phone call, you'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information. It's a free service, so call now.
Call now, 800-704-6182, 800-704-6182.
Are you nearing eligibility for Medicare benefits? Then you know now is an important time in your life. Medicare benefits can be a complicated puzzle. You don't want to overpay for your Medicare coverage or get the wrong plan. Let Health Markets Insurance Agency help you. With one free phone call, a licensed insurance agent will help you select a Medicare plan that's right for you and your budget. If you're becoming eligible for Medicare, call today and learn how to get the most out of your benefits.
800-793-1960, 800-793-1960.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA or assumed name of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., which is an authorized insurance agency in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Not all agents are licensed to sell all products. Service and product availability varies by state.
Call 800-793-1960, 800-793-1960, 800-793-1960, 800-793-1960.
Are you looking to increase the number of calls you receive at your business? Well, CRN Talk is introducing a new way for customers to reach you without having to remember your phone number or web address. Customers simply dial pound 250 from their mobile phones to say your business name. That's it. They'll be directed immediately to your phone line and receive a text message with a link to your website and phone number. It's that easy. It works so well that we're using it in this commercial. To sign up, dial pound 250 and say, "Help my business." That's pound 250, help my business.
Welcome back here to the PM Show Monday edition. I don't get this show a little bit. Sometimes we have the new bumper music, sometimes the old. It's kind of wherever the mood falls for the production team here. But welcome back to the show. I'm Michael Horn with Paul Stern, talking about the retirement of Peyton Manning today from football. He played for the University of Tennessee, was drafted first overall in 1998, the NFL draft, drafted by the Indianapolis Colts, played 13 seasons with the Colts. And then when a series of neck injuries forced him to miss the 2011 season, the Colts released him, which, you know, they're talking about a gurgling time there. They played for that team all his life, and they release him. Denver picks him up, and he has some great seasons with Denver. He signed with the Broncos in 2012, played 4 seasons, and won this last Super Bowl 50. And this is the way to retire, too. You end up Super Bowl 50, you win that one. And he's had a wholesome reputation. You know, the one thing he's always taught me to remember is that Nationwide is on my side. He hums that all the time. Nationwide is on my side. Omaha, Omaha. You know, he's all the time doing that. And he's got a great public image. In fact, Forbes magazine is calling him the most marketable NFL player for most of the past decade. That's not counting our Fred Dreyer, who was great in his decade.
Very clean.
Back in the 20s.
No, but the Peyton Manning
Back
is
in
a
the
little.
20s.
He's a little easier to predict than Fred. Fred is kind of
Fred's kind of tough around the edges there. Fred's all business.
You get an E-ticket though. You don't.
Yeah.
It's like he can go in any direction, whereas Peyton Manning's rather easy to predict.
Peyton Manning has had endorsement deals with Buick, Fred Dreyer, Regenix. So there you go. That's kind of equal. Different things.
I could use a little Regenix if you don't know.
I know what I mean. Yeah. Anyway, he's got endorsement deals, Peyton Manning, with Buick, Nationwide. I told you, Nationwide is on my side. Papa John's, Gatorade, DirecTV, Nike.
He's kind of like the Steve Garvey of football. Very clean cut.
But in recent months, they say, there's a couple of allegations that have marred his squeaky clean image. Back in December, Al Jazeera America released a documentary alleged that Peyton Manning used human growth hormone.
Oh, wait a second.
Something that Peyton Manning denied.
He sure did.
I wouldn't, who are you going to believe, Peyton Manning or Al Jazeera America? Come on. You give me a break here?
I could use a little human growth hormone, if you know what I mean.
Then after the Super Bowl, there was a sexual assault allegation from his days at Tennessee.
That is
and this resurfaced. I mean, the guys, come on, college kid over there. This is like years ago. They dig these things out of the old war chest. Wow. And once again, a female athletic trainer alleged that he had placed part of his body parts on maybe a part of her body during an exam.
Wait a second now. Come on. You're not reading that. You finding this?
This is right in your same script.
I have not heard. Oh, well.
Right in your same notes.
Mine must be written in invisible ink because I don't have that story.
The female athletic trainer alleged that he had placed his exposed body parts maybe on some part of her on an exam. Peyton said he was mooning another athlete in the room. And Manning had not addressed the incident publicly, but he was asked about it during his retirement press conference. And here's his quote. He said, "This is a joyous day, and nothing can overtake from this day." And that's the trouble with these Woodward and Bernsteins out there talking about this kind of stuff on a joyous day.
At Al Jazeera America.
He says, quoting Peyton now, he says, "I think it's sad that some people don't understand the truth and the facts, and I do not, and that I did not do what has been alleged, and I'm not interested in relitigating something that happened when I was 19 years old." Guy was trying to moon somebody, and, they make some kind of a deal just because body parts were flying around.
I can still remember on the way up to Bass Lake, we would go up to summer camp, and I never engaged in the practice, but there were people that we would be one of those buses, one of those school buses.
You would go on was this a field trip during high school or college days?
No, this was summer camp. This was over summer vacation.
You had an interesting career.
We would go to summer camp.
Schwimmer, is that when the little Big Cloud and you and Schwimmer was in the Indian Guides with you?
This was something completely different. That was back in school.
So you're on this bus going up to summer camp. Where were you going?
And we were going up to Bass Lake. It's up near Yosemite, near Oakhurst.
Oakhurst.
Yeah, and when the other bus would pull alongside of our bus, some of the more boisterous kids would try to engage in the
That's like
mooning.
Shenanigans.
A lot of I wouldn't do it, to be perfectly honest. But,
I would never drop my trout ever.
I'd be really
These things, once they're liched up with, once they get the old belt buckle on there, nothing's coming off.
I was actually, this is not the direction that we want to take the show, but I was actually, to talk about humility, even in...
I once blew a button off my shirt. That was after a big meal, but that was purely by accident and maybe a little too much beef. I'm sorry, yes.
Unfortunately, we're going into the break and we cannot continue with this conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I was going to talk about the locker room back in junior high school.
Well, that's good. I'm glad we're going into a break. Spared us all from that story. Those locker rooms, by the way, in junior high school, I don't know if they still smell as bad, but let me tell you. There definitely is some kind of odors that are in those boys' locker rooms over there. I used to like to kind of hang and stay out of there.
I once saw a shirt change itself.
We'll take a little break, continue straight ahead here, the PM Show Monday edition on a emotional day today, the retirement of Peyton Manning.
I just sneaked into my kids' rooms and took temperatures while they're sleeping, thanks to my Exergen thermometer. All I did was swipe their foreheads for a few seconds. It didn't even wake them up. My sister, the nurse, told us about the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer, and it's the best. Real value for the money and truly a lifesaver. Now I don't have to deal with ears or rears, if you know what I mean.
I'm Dr. Frank Pompey, founder of Exergen. Thousands of hospitals and clinics rely on temporal scanners. I'm confident you will too.
The Exergen Temporal Scanner. Pick one up at Costco and other fine retailers or visit us at Exergen.com.
Experience the romantic getaway you deserve at Maui's premier bed and breakfast, the Plantation Inn. With plantation-style architecture and decor combined with modern amenities such as dual rain showers and whirlpool hot tubs, guests relax in a tranquil oasis in the heart of Maui's historic Lahaina town. The inn is situated conveniently less than 2 blocks from Lahaina Harbor, as well as the famous Front Street, known for its range of shops, restaurants, gallery walks, and museums. The Plantation Inn is home to Gerard's Restaurant, voted Open Table's top most romantic restaurants in North America. Chef Gerard's contemporary island French cuisine consistently earns some of the highest ratings in Hawaii. Come discover why Hawaii Magazine readers named the Plantation Inn #1 best bed and breakfast in Hawaii. Visit theplantationinn.com or call us at 667-9225.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Are you nearing eligibility for Medicare benefits? Then you know now is an important time in your life. Medicare benefits can be a complicated puzzle. You don't want to overpay for your Medicare coverage or get the wrong plan. Let Health Markets Insurance Agency help you. With one free phone call, a licensed insurance agent will help you select a Medicare plan that's right for you and your budget. If you're becoming eligible for Medicare, call today and learn how to get the most out of your benefits.
800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA or assumed name of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., which is an authorized insurance agency in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Not all agents are licensed to sell all products. Service and product availability varies by state.
Call 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Hi, this is Ron Sedgy, inviting you to join me for The Tonight Show of Radio every Saturday night, 9 to 11 Pacific Standard Time on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Now in our 24th year and well over 19,000 guests, The Ron Sedgy Show live originates from our Universal Radio studios. Celebrities from TV, music, movies, literature, politics, and show business, at one time or another, they all come to The Ron Sedgy Show. So why don't you?
Ron Sedgy's been on his 24th year in show business. For 18 years he's been running that promo, and I've never been invited on his show, so all the big celebs come by there. Paul Stern and I have not. Welcome back here to the PM show. I'm Michael Horn along with Paul Stern here on the retirement day of Peyton Manning. Tom Brady apparently shared a very special photo message for his longtime opponent Peyton Manning. Tom Brady, like so many of the other NFL players and other celebs, is coming forward today to congratulate Peyton Manning on Peyton's incredible career in football. I think Peyton is 39, and what is Tom Brady, like 40? And Tom might be in a little better shape. That's why he's still continuing in the game. He's not retiring. Manning won the last Super Bowl.
Tom's been cheating all those years.
No, he's not. I mean, please.
The ball that's never the right size.
Who cares? It's like the same team plays with the same football. Flated up or unflated or whatever. Who cares?
Peyton Manning, strong work ethic.
The NFL is going nuts. And apparently Tom Brady, he was Peyton won the last Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos, but now he's going to leave the game on the highest of notes. And Tom Brady, He's with the New England Patriots. They were defeated by Denver and by Peyton Manning earlier in the playoffs. He's decided now would be the best time he would share his admiration and respect for Manning with a super touching message that he had. And he congratulated Peyton on an incredible career. He says, you changed the game forever and made everyone around you better. It's been an honor. So anyway, congratulations to Peyton Manning on a great career. Who's going to be? What's that?
You don't detect a little sarcasm?
From who?
From Tom Brady. It's been an honor.
Well, yeah, it's been an honor to play with somebody like that. I think it's fine. I'm a big Tom Brady fan. I like the Patriots.
You do?
Yes, I do. I like that Belichick coach. I think he's one of the best coach in football.
Didn't you have some issues with him not too long ago?
Nope, I love the guy.
Okay, then I must have misunderstood.
He's a check, and I support him all the way through.
Oh.
By the way, I noticed today our executive producer Courtney Cadera gave us a celebrity birthday. Has she lost it? Does she think this is the Larry Manetti show or something?
Yeah, and it's very high.
We're going to drag out Nancy to read the celebrity birthdays.
It's very high
for the last week.
It's very.
I think a Steeler Thunder by mentioning Michael Eisner is 74 years of age.
Don't do that, Mike, please. You know that Manettis like to listen to the show.
Yeah, I know, and then they're going to be upset that we had the celebrity birthdays before they did.
I spoke to Nancy Manetti earlier today, and she's probably.
How are they? Are they doing okay?
I
Nancy
believe,
was
of course they are.
She got a little operation. She's back in great shape again. That's good.
Very good. And Courtney was lining up guests for them. A lot of good stuff.
By the way, that guy Bryan Cranston that everybody loves so much, the guy's 60 years old. What an old timer. Don't know about that. The guy's really bringing it up there in the old age.
So get a load of this. Peter Wolf from the Jay Giles Band is 70.
We don't want to do celebrity birthdays. Like, if you got to do celebrity birthdays, you got nothing going on in the show.
Oh wait, no, that's called the birthday game. That's what some
I
shows
don't like
do.
the birthday game. That was on the old Greg Hunter show. And those birthdays, if you guess them now, add 3 years to it because of the repeats.
I believe John Wayne will be celebrating this week.
That's terrible.
He's 56. Okay, it's terrible.
Take it easy.
I agree, it's terrible.
That is terrible.
It is terrible. We're making jokes about dated programs.
Can't you get Sedgy to fill in?
I knew I got it from somewhere.
Bring back the engineer Paul that used to come in there and do the show. He's good at hosting on the things. Anyway.
And interviewed the Cintas.
Yes. Anyway, what else is in the news? Is there anything else?
I'm still just dealing with the whole Nancy Reagan passing. Because
that's a sad thing, too. I understand.
They went over like a lot of memorable moments, and they went over like the worst moment, but it's actually a good moment, I think. The firing of Don Regan. That was when he made...
firing?
He made the mistake, and I don't know what Nancy...
He was on Fox News saying what a great person she was last night.
No. Don Regan has passed away. You're thinking of George Shultz.
Yeah, no, it was somebody else. But anyway.
No, Donald Regan was the former chief of staff, and in 1987...
He's gone? He's not doing a show with us?
No, he's passed. He's long passed away. He passed.
He was doing a show with us.
No, but he made the mistake, and I don't know what Nancy Reagan was telling her, but if Nancy Reagan has you on the phone and she's telling you stuff, the last thing you want to do is hang up on her.
Yeah, he hung up?
And he hung up on Nancy Reagan, and boy was the president upset. And in fact, I don't think he ever forgave him. He fired him almost instantly.
It's kind of like this thing does not say now. Well, Nancy's gone, and the fact that the best thing I saw was Larry Elder done an interview with her, and he tweeted about it and had the link there. Oh. Hopefully, if you follow Larry Elder on Twitter, you can check it out. It's quite touching. He asked her a lot of questions, and he asked what the president would be, most remembered for and everything. And then he goes to the end of the interview, and he says, this final question, what would you like to be remembered for? And she goes, I haven't really thought about it. And they stopped the interview, and at the end of it, he said, wouldn't you... your loyalty, and you brought out the best, and you were devoted to your husband, and all this great stuff he's telling her. And she goes, do you really think people would say that? And yes, Nancy, rest in peace, they will say that, because you were one of a kind. And I think that's what will be remembered by the great Nancy Reagan and Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, Larry Elder's a real class act.
He's a class act.
He had a private dinner with Nancy Reagan, and he didn't go on like the air the next day and talk about it like we would have done.
I had my picture taken with Ron and Nancy Reagan.
I think it's actually here at the office.
Is it on the wall there? It's great. I love them both. It was like one of the great moments of my life to be able to meet the president. He was no longer president at the time, but he was speaking, and I was able to meet he and Nancy, and it was the highlight. I really liked chatting with him. It was good. Clara Katursky, the great Clara Katursky, was there and invited me along, and that was just a wonderful, wonderful evening.
That's quite an opportunity.
It was an honor.
An opportunity,
Thanks
yes.
to Clara for that. That's thinking about that, great memory.
So,
Charlie Sheen is in the news.
Wish I could have gone.
Charlie, well, you're invited to a lot of places and you don't go. I would have taken you. I was looking for someone to go to the World of Pinot Noir Saturday, and you were nowhere to be found. And all the great winemakers were up there. Bob Cabral and Michael Brown.
Yes.
They were going to be there Saturday, and I was going to take another ride up there, and no one would go with me.
I would have gone.
At least Matt went on Friday with me up there, and we did a radio show from there.
Did you guys bunk together?
No, we drove up and drove back. We don't sleep in the car together.
Well, I didn't mean the
and
car.
I drove all the way there and all the way back. There was no room involved. We went up for the day. One of your favorite Paul Stern things. Go up there and leave.
Had you gone up for the day, I would have gone.
That's what I was going to do Saturday, but you wouldn't go.
I would have been happy to have gone.
What did you end up doing Saturday?
I went to a fine French restaurant called
that's right.
Tex.
I just saw that on the posting.
But apparently I posted
was smart enough to remember not to ask you this morning, and I just fell into the trap right now before the break.
Apparently I posted a picture of my cat.
Yes, what was that all about? You say you're going to a great French restaurant. There's a picture of a cat. Looks like it just laid a stink bomb on the carpet. What was that all about? I thought that was tasteless, utterly tasteless. Like the cat is something that you ate at the French restaurant. Yuck.
I recently received my doctorate in astronomy, so mapping trans-Neptunian planets is a cakewalk. But tracking the trajectory of my financial future? Not so much. Fortunately, I've got TIAA. They helped me figure out a long-term personalized plan for my finances that I'm, well, over the moon about.
See how we're helping those who do good do well at the new TIAA.org. TIAA, created to serve, built to perform.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Are you nearing eligibility for Medicare benefits? Then you know now is an important time in your life. Medicare benefits can be a complicated puzzle. You don't want to overpay for your Medicare coverage or get the wrong plan. Let Health Markets Insurance Agency help you. With one free phone call, a licensed insurance agent will help you select a Medicare plan that's right for you and your budget. If you're becoming eligible for Medicare, call today and learn how to get the most out of your benefits.
800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA or assumed name of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., which is an authorized insurance agency in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Not all agents are licensed to sell all products. Service and product availability varies by state.
Call 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Welcome back here to the PM Show Monday edition. Michael Horn and Paul Stern. Charlie Sheen in the news. He says money is tight right now and he can't pay any ridiculous child support payments. He's asking for a drastic reduction in child support because his financial well is running dry. He currently pays Brooke Muller $55,000 a month for the twins Bob and Max. But now he says his earnings have dramatically dropped. He had been raking in $613,000 a month just from his cut of the Two and a Half Men profits. He said he recently had to sell those rights in a lump sum for $26,750,000. He doesn't say what happened to the cash. He just says he now averages $87,384 a month, and last month got a relatively paltry $6,261. He says now he can't keep up. His monthly expenses total $105,000. $25,000 is for health care expenses not covered by insurance. He says he owes nearly $1 million in legal fees and credit card debts, approaching $600,000. He's in trouble. Brandon and our staff is good friends with him. Brandon went out there and did an interview with him, and apparently, I don't know if we should get Brandon in here, see if Charlie Sheen hit him up for a $20, or $50 spot. I don't know. Speaking of making some money.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
I
don't know about the whole thing. The whole thing sorted.
There's a Massachusetts company that really hit the jackpot on the House of Cards casino game.
Oh, that's good.
Because, House of Cards is a Netflix show. It's the production company's show. And the Netflix production company Media Rights Capital is being sued by a company called D2. And according to the documents that were filed, legal docs, D2 has owned the rights to House of Cards, that trademark, for use in gaming since 2009, when it registered the phrase for a radio show of the same name. The company also obtained the rights to have House of Cards slapped on hats, T-shirts, bumper stickers long before the Netflix show started in 2013. And D2 claims that Media Rights Capital even attempted to register the mark themselves, but were denied since D2 already had it. Nonetheless, this production company went forward with selling merchandise with House of Cards stamped all over it. So D2 says that Media Rights Capital even took a step further when they licensed House of Cards, which D2 says it owns, to a gaming giant, IGT, to make 2 slot machines. Oh, these guys are in trouble. Just go to the deep pockets of House of Cards and get your money back. Whew. D2 wants to put a stop to the slot machines and is looking to score some damages. That's really something. Now, J.K. Rowling is in the news. She took to Twitter and made a pretty amazing announcement about Fantastic Beasts and where to find them, as she revealed that the book won't just be one movie, but rather a trilogy. That's pretty exciting news if you're a Harry Potter story fan.
Very excited.
And more news on Harry Potter books is a new series of 4 original stories titled The History of Magic in North America will going to debut on Pottermore. That's the author's interactive website. That's going to happen this week. The stories will dive into previously unexplored areas of the Potterverse. I've never watched one Harry Potter movie ever.
I can't say that I have either.
I should, but you've never seen it, right?
Nope, can't say that I have.
Nope. Anyway, the stories are going to give fans more background on the Salem witch trials and the Native American legend of the Skinwalkers, the Magical Congress of the United States of America, and of course the U.S. version of Hogwarts known as Ilvermorny, I believe. Ilvermorny. And like I say, I'm not a Harry Potter fan, so I hope I'm not murdering that.
I'd rather see that movie that our very own Larry Elder made. That the one that was called, is it called Michael and Me? Where he
he's got that on DVD.
He approached Michael Moore and asked him a bunch of hard-hitting questions.
Well, this stuff for Harry Potter is going to be on Pottermore, the interactive site, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah, that's pretty weak if you ask me.
Jimmy Kimmel is going to be hosting the Emmy Awards, 2016 Emmy Awards.
That's a good move.
Since his first time in 2012. This is what was announced on Good Morning America today. And he's apparently more notable more than ever, Jimmy Kimmel. And he's the only guy that he and Conan O'Brien do their shows in Southern California. They're the best as far as I'm concerned. Conan #1, Kimmel #2. The rest, forget it. Those shows of just the Tonight Show is wallowing into like beer pong heaven. And that's all they play on there, just games. So you young whippersnappers might like it when you're looking at hunks on YouTube. But back in the day, we used to watch The Tonight Show from beginning to end with Johnny Carson and Jay Leno, let me tell you. And now it's just, and that guy on CBS, that guy, boy.
Oh, the guy that replaced Letterman.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I forget his name.
There used to be a guy named Jon Stewart that was very popular.
This Steve guy, isn't he? Steve, what's his name?
Oh, the Colbert.
Stephen Colbert.
He used to do something, I think it was called the Colbert
funny.
Report.
He was okay on the Colbert Report. He's just not funny on this show. It is like just the dog of a show.
What did they have him doing? Is he interviewing celebrities?
My dog comes up to the TV and looks at it and wants to lift its leg on when it sees that show. I have to quickly change the channel.
I'm sure they're
how bad the show is.
They're probably spending a lot of money. I heard a report that over at CBS they're trying to cut back on things.
Well, that's a show they could cut back on.
I would think that they could.
So Downton Abbey, the finale of Downton Abbey, they had it already. It was over. It's done. It's done. But everybody's saying it was happy. Some say satisfying. But it's only natural that when a story that people love ends, you wonder if there's more on the way. And since the end of Downton was announced, The creator and the executive producer have been bombarded with questions about continuing the series in some other form. Will there be a movie? Will there be another season? What about a young spin-off or something with one of the characters? So nobody's had any answers there for you. And I never watched that show either, so I could care less. But if you're a Downton Abbey fan, I'm sure, Elizabeth Montgovern, who played Cora on the show, is most concerned about the possibility of cheapening the series and understands that a great deal of thought would have to be put into a film. She says if you were going to reconceive it as a movie, you wouldn't just want to put an episode up on a movie screen. You'd have to really have a great idea, and I don't know where there's any other idea that suits being a movie. She says there's no reason for her, and I agree with her. Let the series just kind of die by itself there, sit on the old TV heap.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
When you really want Italian food, you've got to go to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you, my friends. It's time to take a stand. If good times, sumptuous steaks, the freshest fish, and outstanding family recipe Italian specialties, along with jazz every night, and service that's friendly but not fawning, mean anything to you, then it's time to cast your vote for Columbo's. And on the same ticket, let's not forget Columbo's world-famous meatballs, all at a price that won't add to the family deficit. Yes, a vote for Columbo's is a vote for sanity, affordability, deliciousness, and the American way. Vote Columbo's, that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Columbo's, Manja.
Come to Wine Country. Vacation at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Experience the luxurious guest rooms, generously sized and decorated in the Tuscan tradition. Sleep on pillow-top mattresses with luxurious linens and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access, and you can enjoy coffee in the hotel lobby. And now you can visit the new steakhouse at Equus Restaurant and the Equus Lounge, all at the Fountain Grove Inn. Relax and enjoy a glass of wine and learn about wine with CRN radio host Larry Van Alsten's What's Cooking on Wine radio show. It's broadcast at the Fountain Grove Inn Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Sonoma Wine Country, easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 freeway at the Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinns.com. Call now, 707-578-6101.
Somebody went into the old Groove Yard, was able to dig out the old bumper music. It sort of happens halfway through the show. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I think I'm playing the wrong music. And then somebody comes in and changes it. Hey, here's a good news for you. Daniel Craig's reign as James Bond looks to be coming to an end, and I can't wait to get him off that screen. I like Daniel Craig as an actor. He's been a terrible, terrible James Bond.
That is
just
good.
Dull, just not exciting, crying, too emotional. Get rid of him. And here's this guy, Tom Hiddleston, who is known more. He's been like a villain in a lot of things. Crimson Peak star. And anyway, he said it would be an extraordinary opportunity to step into the role of 007. He was interviewed by the Sunday Times, and he made his love of the action franchise James Bond character something that he would like to do. So give this guy a shot. That's what I say.
I'm surprised they never gave an opportunity to Bob Conrad here at CRN.
He would have been a great James
would have
Bond.
been a great, yeah, one of the best.
Disney is adding more Star Wars movies after they had with the Force Awakens success. This is going to be terrible.
Yeah, they're going to.
People are going to go nuts with these things. There are going to be so many of these Star Wars movies. Why don't they just make a TV show out of it? Have a weekly episode. Come on.
Why don't we just give Eric Hines another reason to take a day off?
Exactly. Guy's building his warrior outfits, and you might as well just maybe get a job. And if they started this thing as a regular weekly series. I've never seen people go more crazy than this, and it's because of your buddy J.J. Abrams. He brings back these shows and sometimes doesn't do that great of a job with them. When he kills off Han Solo, I'm done with watching that thing. That'll never be the same again.
And whatever happened to Landau Calrissian? Apparently that was like a big snub that people have talked about.
Who's Landau Calrissian?
Wasn't that Billy D. Williams? The Billy D. Williams
character?
character?
The Billy D. Williams character should be back. You're right. Landau.
And what's that all about?
Yeah, Brother Martin. ABC has renewed early about 15 series, but they've left Castle and Nashville on the bubble. Castle because they have to come up with a new deal for Nathan Fillion. But come on, this is one of the best shows on TV. Here's the problem. They take the show, it does well. They take it off for like 3 months, and they bring it back on again and expect it to do well again. But that's a great show, and I think they should bring Castle back. And Nashville's good as well. Here's what they brought back.
Was that our good friend John Huertas?
Yeah, John Huertas. We need to get him on the show again.
I like that guy.
I like him. He's got a great restaurant in the
Clutch.
Clutch is the name of the restaurant there in Santa Monica. You got to go there. It's great. Quantico has been renewed. Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, I don't watch those shows. Quantico seems to be okay. Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, should dump those. Once Upon a Time, that's coming back. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Fresh Off the Boat, The Goldbergs, Modern Family, Blackish, The Middle, Dancing with the Stars. Really? Are they going to bring that thing back again?
Are there any stars left?
There's no stars left. Exactly. There's nobody left to... there's agents.
Actually, I went over the list of Dancing with the Stars contestants with Scott St. James last week, and Scott actually passed out.
Well, there you go. They probably asked Scott to be there, for gosh sakes. The Bachelor, Shark Tank, America's Funniest Home Videos. All these shows they brought back. The only one out of that whole bunch I'd keep is Quantico. The rest I'd never watch.
Did they really ask Scott St. James to be on Dancing with the Stars?
No, they didn't.
Okay.
Anyway, there's also not making early renewal cuts.
They should get Megyn Kelly. That would be a good one.
The Muppets, Agent Carter.
I like that.
Conviction and those. Lady Gaga, who, by the way, was jumping, I believe, into the lake in Chicago for raising money for charity today, is going to be back for a 6th season of American Horror Story. Reese Witherspoon, she got a $5 million lawsuit slammed at her for Jordan Weingartner, that's a Florida-based jewelry designer, accusing her, Reese, of ripping off one of the designs for their new Draper Jones, her new lifestyle jewelry line. So that'll be interesting news to talk about. And Bob Dylan's going on concert. I'm just warning you now so you can stay away. He writes really good songs, but I don't know if I could listen to him sing those songs again. And
I think he recently did
crazy.
Did an album of Sinatra covers that nobody bought.
Yeah. All right, that's our show. If you missed anything, check it out on the website, crntalk.com. For our producer, Courtney Gadare, for Paul Stern, I'm Michael Horn. Have a good evening.